My posts have been getting under the people's skin around here. They do not want me to tell you how all this stuff been happening and they've been involved with it. They did not want me to say that. They basically wanted that in this little environment that we live in here. But I wanted to tell you, it's really sad how they tend to, you know, treat people like they're in a box while they're in this apartments. They treat them like they're in a box. And for some reason, my next door neighbor here, the one I told you guys a long time ago, I think I went to elementary school with her, and for 1 year, if that long, maybe a couple of weeks, and then I moved. My father moved us into a house, and I don't know where she is. She didn't completely disappeared, and she was in there before I was. She was in this building before I was, and she's part of their relatives. I don't know where she is. You know, basically gone, and everybody is creeping around, and you know, I don't know what happened to her, but they taking it very. They kind of trying to they trying to take it out on me. Like I had something to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with her or none of the other ones unless they come up to me. So I don't know what's happening with them. They sit in a little circle, and as soon as they get about themselves, they act like they, like they ain't did nothing, they ain't said nothing. But I have no, I have no interest in anything they do. Unlike them, they love to find out or try to figure out what I'm doing, or what's happening with me next and things like that. And for some reason, I have a feeling that it's with that Cassie case. I have a feeling deep down inside, because I told you guys, I said that Cassie is an older lady. I told you guys that. That was not no young woman he was with. He had some woman on there that had some plastic surgery. That's not the same Cassie that I seen as a young woman. And I'm telling you, I was paying attention. Once I seen Tupac at 16 paying attention the way he was, I started paying attention. And that was not no young woman. That was an older woman that he was talking to. So that makes it, I guess, even worse. But she was in on that stuff. Her brother was in on that stuff. And he just got caught. And by the grace of God, I told you guys on all of my I told you guys I'm cursing at nobody, but I told you guys that all that time this man has been rolling around in police cars, and then I put two and two together. I'll be like, oh, that's him. That was him. And it's just weird how, hey there, it's just weird how they tend to lose, and I'm sitting here watching them, and they don't understand how I'm right here watching. My eyes are bucked out watching them while they do all the stuff that they do and how they get in caught, and then they swear up and down it's me when all the while I've been woke on them a long time. I talk English. I wish I could talk Spanish. Hey there. So I don't know what happened to her, but I told you it had something to do with that Cassie thing. I'm talking to the people that had lived in this building. If you had subscribed to my channel, you'll see what this building was like going through. It was going through a complete rundown in a beautiful neighborhood in a beautiful town, and it was completely trashed. The building was trashed like a motel. And I found out that like 15 of people's relatives were living in the same building, and they were using my identification, my certificate and stuff for the, like, they passed the class, it changed my name on it and stuff like that. Hi there. Maddox and Carson, and I was looking at, I was putting two and two together, and I just found out my neighbor has been missing for a long time. I wouldn't say that long, but I would say the one that always sits in her house and she like throws her dirty hand towards me while she's sitting next door in the apartment right next door to me. She would, like she's throwing her hand like, oh, like she really didn't have any kind of respect at all for me. So she's been missing. I don't know where she is. I ain't nobody gonna tell me because they all related here, so I know I ain't gonna never find out. But I know for a fact that she's gone for somewhere. Yeah, I don't know what it is, and it's supposed to lighten up, but then the relatives, of course, they trying to come in and out of the apartment, and one person get a key and they give it to the next person and they go there. They all this is because we could barely live in here. The woman downstairs and the me upstairs, we could barely come in the house, in the apartment. It's that bad. It's that kind of vibration. I'm telling you, it feels like somebody is shooting us in the behind just by sitting in the apartment. And they'll be out by the pool all day. Or they'll walk, they got some man that walks through the building. But it feels like literally they are teaming up. When I'm walking through my house, it feels like I got about 5 people like right here. I don't care what I look like right now. I'm just trying to fill the country in on what goes on and how that it did not make sense for that Cassie lawsuit because the woman was an older lady. She's an older lady. I'm telling you. I've never seen her go to school, high school, nowhere. She was already an older lady when I met her. Caught her on my high school campus, and I was like, "That's not that's an older lady." The counselor came up. He was like, "Hey, tell her to come here," and he was calling her, "Hey, so and so, can you come back here?" And she kept walking. She walked on off the campus. I'm telling you, she's an older lady. That is all that information they got going on about Cassie on the internet. It's a lie. So she thought for 1 minute she was going to collect any kind of millions from, and wasn't even literally an artist. Was never literally an artist. She's probably in jail right now because I'm telling you, she was an older lady. Yeah. Yeah, they treat me like I done did something wrong to some of them. I be in my house with my dog. I don't bother these people. I take care of my home very well. I don't go against nobody until they start giving me bad vibes like they want to come in here on me, you know, which they've tried. But that really got me before that lawsuit that I filed. I'm like, I sent a letter to New York, 17 Broadway, something like that. New York, New York. And to Bad Boys Entertainment. And it came back like 3 months later. 3 months? And then all of a sudden, the lawsuit for Cassie came up. And I'm like, what? It just did not make sense. Yeah, it just makes sense. Okay, we're gonna keep listening. Y'all gonna keep listening to that mess going on. I'm trying to figure out what has happened. I'll tune you guys back in to tell you if anything changes around here. because really it's supposed to be quiet here. Now, all right, talk to you soon. Bye.